Well, looky here. So I had my little area here by the barn. 2 bags of fresh mulch, all cleaned up, and I put my little, my little village people out just to be cute. And the turkeys have come over. They come over every single day, and they knock them out in the road, and they dust bathe all in this. This has become the dust bathing city. I'm going to probably replace that at some point. But hey, here's one pretty thing. What do you think? Pretty. Whew. So hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Welcome back to the farm. Holy cow. I smell like a cow's behind. Guaranteed. We just unloaded an entire truckload and trailer full of of feed. I don't even know what I'm talking about. It's 8:34, it's starting to get dark, and this is the first opportunity I've had today to really film. It's just been so driven. How you doing on your, give me a hug. How you doing on your journals? You're doing your devotional, positive energy. Listen to me. Come here. Shh, come here. I want you to make sure. Now, I know this crowd's real good about this. You make sure that you are not letting any negativity into your life right now, okay? Pull yourself away from everything that's negative because you really need to focus. The people on your Instagram, the people on your Facebook, just bow out. You don't have to tolerate abuse. You don't have to tolerate being badgered to death. You don't have to tolerate all this stuff. Who said that you did? Social media is just lit, man. Just listen. Streamline your life right now. I gotta turn back on the air, y'all. It's still almost 89 degrees. And it is hot and the sun's going down. So just before we talk about stuff, listen to me. I put up a meme today, and there's actually people that act like they don't get it. It's very simple. If you are a part of anything that you know is negative, or someone's around you that is negative, people have to do enough these days just to get by and keep it together. And sometimes we're in relationships that may have problems. We're dealing with problems with our, neighbor or coworker, or maybe your kid somewhere or whatever. So if you're going to have a pocket of tolerance for things that stress you out, make sure they're for the right things. People that are close to you, things that are important to you that maybe aren't going your way right now, and you're working on it. The rest of it is a bunch of bunk, okay? Cut it off. Get rid of it. That doesn't make you a bad person. That doesn't mean you're a bad Christian. None of that. It's called saving your sanity, okay? Back away. Say a prayer. It's like this. With people, I want you to eat. You want people to eat. You want people to do well. Fine. That doesn't mean they have to come and sit at your table and eat with you and eat your food. Catch my drift? I want you to eat. I want you to prosper. Go do it over there. I wish you the best. There's nothing wrong with that. Please don't let people pull you down and make you feel tied to things that frankly do nothing but just pull you under the current. So here's what I want to briefly talk to you about. And I really want you folks out there, a lot of you are like my mamas and papas, and you have good advice. And I want you to put this into the comment section. So please comment down below. So I've seen some comments lately. We're getting to the actual meat and potatoes now. But I've seen some comments lately by people that are, they're struggling financially. And I thought about this earlier today. I was folding laundry and running around the house and trying to clean up and stuff. And I was thinking about this. And, I kind of hesitate to talk about this because I don't want people to get the wrong impression. But here's where I came to my conclusion. If there is one person or two people out there that this helps, then it's worth it. And there's a lot of different ways to, quote, skin a cat, right? As they say, whatever. But here's what I want to say. I'm worried about the economy, and I'm worried about the decisions that are being made as far as interest rates. Are they going down? Are they going up? Are we firing this person? I don't know. I have the basic, situation in my mind, but what we think is going to happen and what it seems it's going to be this way today doesn't mean it's going to be that way tomorrow. So here's what I'm saying. if you are a young person, younger than me, and I want to tell you about the smartest decision I ever made. And I've talked about this before, but this is what I want you to think about. It's really for anybody. Especially if you're married, and especially if you have children, okay? This can apply to anyone in any scenario, and please weigh in. One of the best things I ever did is I listened to my gut. I listened to what now I would call the Holy Spirit. And I've talked about this several times before, but I really want to hammer this home. My goal many years ago, after I had my 3 children, was to be a stay-at-home mom. Okay. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom after I had my first baby, but we couldn't afford to do it. I carried the insurance. James was in school. I worked full-time while he worked part-time and went to school, and then eventually he got his job, and the schedule changed and whatever. But as time pressed forth, and you had baby number 2 and you had baby number 3, and we built a home and did different things, we had a lot of debt. And something stopped me on Valentine's Day 2007. February 14th, 2007, and shook me like a salt shaker. And I was scared out of my mind that one of us were going to lose our jobs. At the time, nothing was going on. I finally came to the realization of how much debt that I had. And we decided to sell our home. We downsized, we paid off all of our debt, we did everything, and I was continuing to work so that I could save money to build up a nice nest egg to quit my job, which I liked what I did, but I did not like where I worked, so I wanted to get out of there. A lot of people are like that. Could tolerate so much, but I wanted to be home with my kids, okay? They were little babies. I had 3 children in less than 5 years. So I had 3 babies, right? So I wanted to be home with my boys. And the smartest thing that we ever did is we sold everything, paid off everything, worked like crazy, saved money, and we started living on one income. Hear me out here. Now I know comparing 20 years ago almost to now is not the same. You don't have to tell me that, and somebody's going to get real upset and offended by that, but I just hear me out on it on all of it if you can. Our goal was to literally both work, at least for a time period more, save money, but pretend and live like we only had one income. Okay. And that's what we did. Well, I'll have you know, if you don't know this, so that all started on February the 14th, 2007, right? We ended up moving that following summer. I kept working. Well, the following May of 2008, I lost my job, the 2008 crisis. I lost my job, along with like 1,100 other people. And we were immediately thrusted into one income. We had no idea that was coming. Zero. I left work to meet my husband and my baby for a hamburger. And when I got back, I got called into the office. They were calling people in, and I was told that I was let go. That's how it went. No explanation. It was a mass layoff. So I knew my purpose in what I had done, because had we not done the things that we did over the 15 months or so prior, we would have been bankrupt. But here's what I want to say to you. So, there's a lot of people that are losing their jobs right now. And a lot of people will tell you, you'll see different comments on different videos, people that have prepared like I did. They did it in different ways. They paid off debt. Maybe they didn't necessarily pay off all the debt, but they did everything but maybe the house and the car. They built a nest egg. They had a pantry full of food. They had already canceled all the stuff they didn't need in their life, people, things, TV, whatever. They'd already streamed everything down. So here's what I want to say, because I was thinking about how this would apply in today's world. If you're having to live off of at least 2 incomes, which most people are now, I totally get it. Try to get yourself into a budget to where you can get by with one of you making half of what you're making right now. So let me put it to you this way. Let's say you make $50,000 a year and your husband makes $50,000 a year. Simple math here, okay? That means you're making $100,000 a year, right? Make sure that you're doing your best. I know, I already know. Do your best. Look at your budget to get yourself down to pretend that one of you is still making the 50 and the other one might be making 20 or 25. Because if one of you lost your job and you had to go replace it, what if you replaced it? Hopefully you will, but you have to take a massive pay cut. Now, obviously, I feel if you can live on one income and you've still got two, that's the way to get it going. But if you can't, try your best to sit and do math and to figure, okay, if I lost my job today and I couldn't replace it, realistically, where would I go work and what would I actually be making? I mean, you might be working at, a local restaurant. You might be making $16, $18, $20 an hour. That's what they're getting paid here. A lot of them are. And I know a lot of other places. Now, cost of living has to be in consideration, and your debt. You have to do the math. But I'm saying to you, I don't see it letting up in terms of how expensive things are. And people really need to be prioritizing that, okay? It takes a lot. It takes everything that you've got, okay? And this is why I want you to be positive. Think about it this way. It's so doomsday to talk about all this stuff, but it's reality, folks. It's what happens to people. People lose their jobs. Things happen to people. You might get sick, okay? So you have to have a backup plan. Do whatever it takes to sit down and go, what can I do if we're making this much, how can I get it to where we are living off of 75% and we're saving the rest? Or bring it, put it down to that. Now, I know economic gurus out there are going to tell you, 25% of this and this and that. I get all that. But I'm not sure they're always in connection with what's going on either. So we've been there and we've done it. Believe me, people are hurting and people are losing their jobs. And so I want you to have a backup plan. So please do whatever math and budget you can and prepare for that, if at all possible. Because in anybody's case or scenario, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Okay? I can guarantee you that. We've been through this before. James and I have been through this right there. And then when he got really, really sick back in 2016 and 2017, it got really, really scary in terms of the idea of him not being able to work at all. Then what are you going to do? So think about all of those scenarios. I know this isn't it's positive because it is positive. It's a scary conversation for a lot of people. But when you realize it's reality and you make a plan, see, this is the thing. This is what's being positive. You make a plan. This is why I tell you to start writing things down in a journal. Just little day, bullet point goals, reminders, whatever. Just highlight what you get done and move on. You're going to start building a plan and you're going to start taking action. And that way you can handle anything that comes your way. I just felt like this needed to be said. I don't know who needs to hear this today. I don't know who this is meant for, but it's been on my mind all day. I've read a couple of comments. We're seeing things about jobs. I've got a child. I got a boy. It's going to have has to have some surgery done on his teeth. And the cost is just unbelievable. So I hope this video finds you well. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're exercising and reading your Bible and praising the Lord. Folks, we're living in unprecedented times, okay? And I just want you to be safe, and I want you to do the best that you can and to be prepared for it's like we're in this unknown valley, right? It really feels that way. And I want you ready for anything. Like, subscribe, and share. Pray pep. Be peppy. Pray, prep, and be peaceful. This is preparedness. getting your mind, heart, and spirit and body in check, and then making a plan for how you can live in this world and get by is continuous preparedness. Most people aren't thinking about it. Most people aren't planning. You are, because you're a winner, and I believe in you. I love you. I'll see you on the next video.